Okay, so Ernest Hall, I think I'm pronouncing your name right, sorry. Okay, do you recommend bentonite clay? Again, one of the big one of the coolest of invention is YouTube. It's good and it's bad because somebody just have to. I mean, look, the president was telling people to take disinfectant, and people followed it. Like what, right? And that's not a political thing I'm saying here. Just like at some point you'll be like, wait, what? So I found out about bentonite clay when people, most of the things you guys do, because I don't watch lock videos. I watch what do you call it? Music videos when I'm downloading my music on YouTube. I watch other things on YouTube and not lock videos. So some of the trends that are out there, my clients come and tell me about it. So when I first heard about bentonite clay, I was like, what the fuck is that? And I'm the queen of research and everything. So I found out that I think it's a mass face, right? And why you want to put that in your hair? And I saw the texture and people were putting videos in it, and it's like this muddy water thing, and you wash your hair in it. And I don't know, maybe it's just how I was born. I'm just a logical thinker, and I'm like, if I want to clean my hair, why I want to wash it in something that looks like mud? I'm just saying. Now, if you've been using your bentonite, I keep put a disclaimer on each one of these answers I'm giving. If you want to use bentonite clay, or you have been using it and it's helped you here, please go ahead. But this is for the person who's asking it. I personally, I don't see the point in it. Again, keep it simple. These trends, right? That here community is creating. I'm sure maybe if bentonite clay does work, maybe it works in the natural hair community. A lot of you are watching stuff and you still haven't come away from what you did when you had loose natural, and you're bringing it over into your locked hair or your locked journey. And it's two separate types of hair. You could go to the beauty supply store and pick up tons of stuff for loose natural hair, right? Beauty supply store caters for loose natural hair. If I had a beauty supply store, I think I will have 1 or 2 lock products, and the rest will be all for natural hair. That's where my money is going to go. Okay, there's really, because more people, more women are embracing their natural hair or whatever, right? If somebody, Michelle, buys something for her hair, first time she hears about it, and she doesn't like it, she goes in the shower or goes under her sink or call her husband or friend, and they wash it out and comb it out, and it is gone. Just like that, gone. Because the hair is loose. When you lock your hair, and there are certain textures that holds on to stuff. That's why I said, me talking about lock bath, I cannot talk about it because we have to analyze. Those of you who've been with us here or in Georgia knows this for a fact. We have to analyze each client here. And Jimmy and I literally have a discussion. Okay, this is how we're going to tackle this person's hair, right? Because they put so much stuff in their hair that it stayed in their hair. You're using bentonite clay. It's just something I'm guessing that it's. I used to put mask on my face because I always deal with adult acne, and it's clay. It's self-explanatory. Are you sure you washed all that stuff out? I'm just saying. Now, if you want to give it a try, go ahead. But I say keep it simple. Don't use stuff that you just heard about unless you do your thorough research on how it's used. I honestly think it should not be used on locks. That's just me. A guy's left I wish I had paste and copy his comments. I think it's a guy, and he said something. He said, and I know it was Rasta because his name had Ja on it, and I know he's Rasta like me. He said, I don't understand how locks has become so complicated. I don't know when this has happened. And I think that's why few people don't like me, maybe because I'm so simple, it's so hard to believe. I don't know. I'm 43. I was born in 1977, and I grew up. My parents were Rastas when they had me. This is just off topic. And I remember my Trinis, based on your age, you all know this is true. Jamaicans, Yamayadi people, Haitians, all of us who grew up during that era, this is a fact. You grew locks. How you wash your hair, you went by a river or you go to the beach, and that was it, right? And the people who do the least bit with their hair have the most beautiful hair. And then you who are so upset, the people who are so obsessed with it, what do you all do to your hair? When we say we do nothing, it is true. We really do nothing. It is just locks. Locks is one of the most freeing things, because the concept of locks, the Rastafarian culture started to defy beauty norms, to rebel. That's why dreads came up with, you know, the word dreadlock. Whether you're for the word or not, it started off as being called dreads. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is it was to be free. You know, we was taught to always have your hair combed and neat, and you couldn't get a job, and you wasn't presentable, and now you see doctors and lawyers and professors and stuff, and some of them are my clients who have locks. But you're a slave to this culture that was meant for you to be free. I wake up in the morning. There are days I do not know what is under this. I mean, I don't sleep with the tam on. And yes, I will post a link for the tam. Don't ask now. Days go by and I don't look at my hair. I'm really not obsessed with it, right? And later on I'm going to explain what I was obsessed with, and I had to learn to stop being obsessed with it. There's one thing I am obsessed with. But my point is this. I'm not obsessed with it. The only time I really look at my hair is when Jimmy doing laundry. You know, now that everything is shut down, usually does laundry every 2 days, but now with everything once a week. And he'll say, give me a scarf. And then I'll take it off and, you know, my hair is out. And as soon as he comes back, it's nice and warm and I put it back in my head. I'm not obsessed with this. And look how my hair grows. Because I'm not like looking at every mirror, going to YouTube and taking every product that every YouTuber talk about. If I wasn't Yanni the lockologist or somebody who does locks, I would spend the least bit of money on here. I would spend $5 and I'm looking at I think it's $5.95 for a bottle of castor oil. You guys saw Jimmy oil my scalp when he put the rollers in. How long ago was that? That was, I think, about a month ago, right? I haven't oiled my scalp since then. I do. My hair stays healthy, and I'm going to do a complete different video on that. My hair stays the way it is because of what I put inside my body. And that's a video I have to do. That's more important to me because this is just, you understand, it's superficial. For it to stay healthy, I have to work on the inside. I just wanted to throw that out there for the person or the people, the queen or the king who still, no matter how long you had your locks for and you're still obsessed with it, you're wondering why your locks, and you're really trying. Again, I'm not talking to the person who likes the neat look and the cute look and the shape up or the edge up, whatever you guys want to call it. This is not a discussion. Whatever. If you're good with that, please go to the side, keep it. But I'm talking for the person who's trying to come away from that. Oh my God, my hair this, my hair that. Stop doing the most. If anything I could give you all that really want the healthy lock journey, and you've seen those pictures of clients that are posted where their hair is full and even healthier than mine, we all have one thing in common. We do not do the most. Even if you've never seen me, because there are people who have never seen me, and they say, Yanni, not because they say it long before we even know who you are, our hair is growing fine because we really don't do a lot to it. We just leave it alone. That is what I'll give you guys, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, so the next question is from Thana. I work out 6 days a week and I want to ask, what can I do to keep my locks somewhat fresh, smelling without washing? I wash once a month. I have shoulder length hair. Any suggestions? Again, I did answer this before, but I'll just reiterate it, not as long. Again, if you work out, you're sweating, you're supposed to sweat, right? You do not, your hair, you may think your hair is smelling. If you take care of your body and you're not putting a lot of products in your hair is not going to smell. I just mentioned that before COVID. I work out a lot. I sit in a sauna for almost 30-45 minutes. I love saunas. If I win the lottery, I am buying a fucking sauna. I love it. I love that heat. I can lay there and fall asleep in a sauna, right? And I am soaking wet. My crotch wet, armpits, boobies, everything wet. My hair is soaking. And my sweat tastes like water. I know that because when I'm in a sauna, I do not wipe my face. I let the sweat, I want my sweat to flow. Sweating is good. Your sweat has a problem. And anytime if you're running, you will know. If you haven't tasted your sweat, then that's a problem. You should taste your sweat. I ain't saying be gross and go lick your hand. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, say you're running or you're in a sauna, whatever, and you're sweating. You remember back in the day, your sweat fall and you let taste it. If it tastes nice, salty, then you're not drinking enough water because that means that you know it's high in sodium and God knows what else. So keep your body hydrated, drink a lot of water, and your sweat is going to taste more like water, not as salty, right? So you're sweating nice clean sweat and your hair is not gonna stink. All right, so don't fuss over that. Sorry, I'm pulling up a name. Thanner. All right, you're working out, please work out. Please cover your hair at the gym. And long before COVID, I would tell people that, because some people with their sweaty bald sack and God knows what kind of crabs they be having, no matter how long your hair is, they all of them, they all of them machines. That's why people always wiping it down. You have long hair, or you're doing your thing on your bench presses, and cover your hair. That's what you should be more concerned about. All right, cover your hair when you're at the gym. Okay, you have lots, cover your hair, because a lot of exercise is done on our back, right? So gyms are very gross, so that'll be a bigger concern. But yeah, you sweat, that's fine. All right, keep your body clean, drink, not just while you're working out, drink a lot of water, period. All right, so I hope that helps. So the next question is Faith Daniel asks, should I let a professional color my hair to dye the lengths in my hair? Yes, definitely. And not dye, color, because there's two things you just say. Color and dye is two separate things. Dye is more permanent, right? Dye is the one where, let's say you want crimson red or platinum blonde, you're going to have to bleach your hair out. I always tell people at the end of the day, go to a professional colorist. If that's what you're going for, so that way the person does a test on your hair, you get a good consultation, do your research, look at the person's background, check out their resume to see how much people have colored, if they know about coloring locks, and I keep saying color dyeing, if they know about dyeing locks and all of that, right? If you want to go with color, I'm going to do a video once this opens back up, because we're starting back in June, God willing, in Jersey. I'm going to do a video on a color that I use. Oh, sorry, this thing almost scared the shit out of me. Yeah, on a color called Nutri something. It's over there. I can't get up to reach it. And it's a pretty good color. I was promoting Shea Moisture. More and more of my clients are saying it's harder to find. Shea Moisture and these other things are just colors. So they're not penetrating the shaft of the hair. So it's not permanent. It's more the outside layer. Okay. So if you want to go with the, hold on, let me just get it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, here it is. It's called HERBATINT. You guys see it? I'm going to put the link. All right, they have mad colors, right? I use this on a few clients, and I was queen of Shea Moisture. Listen, Shea Moisture, who? Like I've sent all my clients this link. Shea Moisture has been hard to find because they change owners and all of that, and then the price keep going up. I'm like, fuck this shit. And a client bought me HERBATINT because she's actually allergic to anything that has shea butter in it. She cannot use it, no type of product. So when she bought it, I said, okay, let me try this. What I would tell you, when you open it up, it doesn't have an applicator bottle. So you will have to have a separate applicator bottle to use this. I'm going to put the link, don't worry. This is the blonde one. A client bought this and she had extra boxes. So next time I see her, I just kept it for her, right? But they have a lot of different colors. It sells on Amazon. I'm going to put the link on Amazon, and I'm also going to put the link where I got it from a company called Vital something. They have like a lot of vitamins and they carry this. Or you could actually go on their website and buy it, okay? I was amazed how this thing had all my clients who use it, how it had their hair feeling. Because sometimes, and this is not dye, again, this is color. Some of you, I don't do dye, I'm not a colorist, I stay in my lane. But I've had clients who've gotten dyes done, and when they come, their hair is so crunchy and crispy. And when you use this color, even Shea Moisture is a soft to feel, right? There's some colors that clients have used, like Clairol, L'Oreal, and all of that, and it has the same effect like the dye. It's very crunchy. This, you do not have that problem. As always, do your research, see the ingredients to make sure there's no allergies. Do not take my word for it and start ordering it until you do your research. Not everything is for everyone, all right? That's how the young lady told me she's allergic to shea butter, all right? So, but HERBATINT, and I'm going to put the link. If you are doing a dye, then definitely get a professional to do it. I would rather you don't dye your hair, because I've done videos on what dye does to hair, damages it. But if you want to go that route, don't do the at-home DIY dye. Go pay the money and have a professional do it, okay? And again, to reiterate, I do not do dyes. I stay in my lane, guys. And what the heck is this? All right. Sorry. Okay, so the next question is, all right, so Kai asked, that's my niece's name, how can I, this is the same thing I was talking about. How can I detox my short locks? The woman who started my locks used product. I stopped going to her, but I started using Dr. Bronner's and then dilute it so there's residue from the soap in it. I want to get all of this out, but I'm not sure how to. My locks are stiff. I want them to flow again. Okay, so I did answer this question before. Same thing I say. First of all, you just need to stop. You already did it. That's the first step. You stopped, right? The next thing you do is if you want to go, if you think it's very crunchy, use the Dr. Bronner. Like as I said earlier, the Dr. Bronner's is not the thing with the residue. What it's doing is pulling the residue to the surface that your previous loctician had used. All that from the product she had used. Luckily, your hair is still short. So in time, as you wash your hair, not often, as you wash your hair in spaced out periods, it's going to go away. Your locks will be flowing. Your locks is dry also based on, it's still in the spring. This says, if you're in Jersey like us, it's been a very cold spring. So a lot of people have been hitting me up, asking me, my clients and my personal number, saying why their hair is so dry. Your hair could be dry because of that. The weather has been very up and down. All right. Cover your hair if you could. You're locked in, so you should, if you're going out to take a walk or whatever, have silk on your hair. And that's another question a lot of people are asking. Most of you have dry hair because your hair is always exposed. That's why I don't need to oil my hair often, because my hair is always covered with silk. Silk traps moisture that your body and your hair already has. So that's why when you guys saw that video with Jimmy putting on the rollers, a lot of you said it. When I took my hair out to just flow, it didn't come out like The Walking Dead, or stiff and crispy. All right. So, Kai, Grayson, the Dr. Bronner's, do not use it often. If you want to dilute it, you could, right? But just do not. These things, though it does help, everything in moderation. Do not use it often, right? If you were to shower 5 times a day, what do you think will happen to your body? You'll be extra crispy. Your skin will be extra dry, right? Anything you do, even if it's good for you, if you did too much of it, it's going to have a reaction. Do you know you could have a reaction for over drinking water? It's called hyperhydration, and it could actually affect your kidney, right? So even though I talk about drinking water, don't go crazy and start gulping. You could get sick, right? Do it when you're thirsty, drink water. Do everything in moderation. Don't overdo something because you're like, okay, I just heard about it on YouTube and I'm going to try this now, right? You have to give it time. Okay, so I really hope that helps. Just going over your question. And remember to cover your hair. In time, your locks are going to, because once you're not putting the product back in, and not only that, most likely when she put the product in, she put you under the dryer, baked the product in. So that's what caused it to be crunchy. You stop doing all that stuff, the problem will be solved. Okay? Okay, so the next question is, this is from Giving Love Back TV. That's her YouTube name. At what length should you reattach old locks? I had to cut my locks due to DHT, hormonal imbalance. I had to cut all my locks off, and now 5 months later, my hair is growing back quickly, and I want my locks reattached. I'm assuming that's what, because if the question too long, I kind of stop it. Okay, so nope. Just a nip it in the bud. Not you giving love back lady or person. For the people who want to ask, no, I don't reattach locks. Don't come to me. I know you guys have seen me do it. That's for people who've been my clients for years and something happened while their hair fell off, while they're with me. That like a couple of locks I'm going to reattach. But you're not coming with a bag of locks and telling me, or you bought somebody's locks and telling me reattach it. It didn't happen. I don't care how much money you offer me. There's certain things I do not do. I'm not doing that, okay? For spiritual reasons, I'm definitely not doing it, all right? Like one time, don't worry, sis, I'll come back to your question or the person asked the question. But this is just a little off topic. One time, a lady came up to me. She knew who I was while walking the streets. And she said, oh, I follow your videos. And I cut off all my hair, and I want to know if you could reattach it. So I'm looking at her and I was like, why did you cut your hair off? And I just read her quickly. I just knew something was up. And I said, let me guess before you answer it. Yeah, you was going through something in life, like something stressful, and your hair fell, you decide to cut your locks off, right? And she said, yeah, how you know? I said, because most of the times that's the reason why some people cut their locks off. And I said, if God forbid your foot had gangrene or something, I wouldn't even say you. Now, this is really how I was talking to the person, the lady in the street. I said, not you. Let's say your great granny, somebody who not here, because I didn't want to call this on the young lady. And they cut off, they amputate the leg, right? You've seen movies where somebody have like, or you hear about, not just movies, somebody's diabetic and they cut the leg off because it's gangrenous, whatever. Do you take the old ugly leg and sew it back onto the stump when you're feeling better? No. You cut it off and you get rid of it, right? And she was like, really? She was appalled, like I even said that. I'm like, no, I'm not putting, that's the energy you don't want to put back on your hair. Just start your locks back over again. No, saying that, there's some people who should reattach their locks, right? Cancer patients, like this young lady who's saying that she went through hormonal imbalance, fine. Now, if she was coming to me, I would tell her, I would tell you, love, start over your locks. Don't put that energy back. This thing that we are growing, it's antennas, right? A lot of you was going through something, whether it was a breakup, job loss, or growth. Do you know this is my first set of locks? Right? I cut off my first set. In fact, my mother called me from Trinidad and told me, because I was going through something horrible. And she said, Yanni, you have to cut that hair off. I was 25. I wasn't even married to my ex-husband yet. It was on my 25th birthday. I told you guys the last video, everything happened to me in sevens. 2 and 5 is 7, right? And I'm born on a 7th day. And she said, you have to cut that locks off. And I shaved off my hair. And I'm Rasta. There's certain exceptions where for spiritual reasons, and you would know, it doesn't matter what you believe in. This is not because I'm Yoruba and I follow Rasta. I grew up in Rasta. I'm just saying. And I'm going to come back to the lady's question. I'm just feeling to talk about this. Some of you are, if you know, like, listen, and I don't cut locks off, so no, that's not happening. But if you know you cut your locks off because you was going through, you need to shed that, just like how snakes, animals, feathers, the birds shed feathers, and you had to shave that off or cut it off, don't put that energy back on your head. This set of locks I've had has grown way better than the first set. I sent my locks back to Trinidad with my mother. She has it somewhere. So of course my antenna have to go home, right? It's just like how this buddy will go back home, right? But whatever you want to do with it, if you cut it off, don't find somebody and pay them money to sew that energy back on your head. Unless it's a situation where, like I met a sister years ago, she had cancer and she said, Yanni, when my hair grew, okay, fine. That was a illness, okay, and you want to sew it back, fine, right? And the young lady again with a hormonal imbalance. But if you're doing it because you've been going through something, especially women, we have anytime you're going through something, when a woman shaves her head, it's a change that is about to happen. That is not all the time, it's for style. You're like, yeah, I need to shed this off. And you will find when you start back, it's not just for locks. You start back growing a nice little afro. You're like, damn, when did my hair get so healthy? Because you shed off all that old stuff. Do not let anybody convince you to put that back on your head. Remember what I tell you. That's like the amputated leg that have gangrene and the toes fall off because it's diabetic and it got all kind of pathogens, COVID, H1N1, Ebola, everything on that leg. And you... I'm sorry, and you saw that gross leg back on your little healthy stump? What do you think will happen to you? People will look at you like, what the fuck? Right? I'm sorry, don't do that. Now, to the sister or the gentleman, I think it could be a woman who asked that question, I would say this. If you must sew your locks back on, I'd rather you don't. I say you start fresh. But if you really want your locks back on, wait until your locks grow to like 5 to 6 inches. Do not be rushed to sew that back on your head. The reason for that is it's a weight you're adding. If you had something hormonal, DHT, which is a hormonal thing, I'm going to talk about that in a future video. the new hair is still weak. It's not matured enough. That's new virgin baby hair. Let it grow out. Let it be strong. Do not let anyone convince you, because hormonal problems is not something you can get rid of overnight. It could lay dormant for a while, right? And then the slightest change, it shows its ugly little head again. So what I suggest you do is just, wait until your hair is long enough. Start your locks, let your locks mature. I call them nubs. Go back and you'll see me talk about it a lot. And then have it sewed on. Don't let anybody sew it on using faux locks and wrapping the hair. No. Ordinary weaving thread. Ordinary black weaving thread. That's it. Right? Because you have to sew it on. There's some people who do it. Do your research if you can find someone who does great reattachments. There's a few people in Georgia who does it. I don't know who they are. I've seen their work. I never took their names down. If I do, I'll mention it. But do your research no matter where. So I hope this helped. I did tell you guys this video is a little lengthy. Take it all in, because you all know I'm not giving out all this information all at once. I haven't done Q&A ever. So take all of this in. And you guys are going to get a lot of spiritual knowledge too. So I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, so the next question is from Manaj Stallion. Manaj EE Stallion. Let's say a person is freeform but interested in your lock washing detoxing. So, okay, we can stop that right here. No. Okay, Manaj, my husband and I are not washers. You can wash your own hair. You don't need to come here for me to wash your hair. A lot of people call and that and like, can we come and get a hair wash? Because you guys see me do that video. And no, I'm not a hair washer. Okay? No. We're not doing that. You could wash your own hair. And if you're free-forming, that means you don't have products in your hair. Just Dr. Bronner's. You'll be fine. You don't need to spend your money, gas, toll, all of that to come to me and Jimmy so we could just wash your hair. That makes no sense. You'll be fine. Wash your own hair. Not all money I take. Okay, that's just who I am. It's not happening. All right, you'll be fine. Keep your beautiful freeform locks. Wash your hair. All right, sweetie?